Welcome to the France 24 Observers. This show is based on our network of observers. They're ordinary people who tell us what's going on where they are and send in photos and videos to document it. We check everything here in Paris and bring the best to you. We begin today with a video shot on board an airplane. It happened as passengers were getting ready to take off from Lyon on a flight to Tunisia. Two French policemen were escorting a Tunisian who was in France illegally and was being deported. Now, the other passengers didn't like the way the police were treating him, and one of them shot a video. It's been widely shared on Facebook, and many Tunisians are angry. Here's our observer Ahmed bin Ramdan.
The video shows just what's going on. There's a person who's supposed to be deported. It's pretty obvious that he's given the officers reason to believe he might get violent. But the reaction by the two officers is too much. They could have taken him off the plane, then calmed him down and brought him back. They didn't need to pin him to the ground. You could see he was in pain. He was yelling and screaming. The other passengers were yelling too, telling the officers to stop, saying it was inhuman to treat someone that way.
Voilà la France, regardez la France. Regardez comment on expulse les gens. Merde, c'est pas un chien, oh. Regardez.
Personally, I think that a person who's in a country illegally deserves to get deported. But that doesn't mean you have to treat them that way. The man on the plane hadn't committed a crime. He just wanted to find work in France. There was no reason to treat him like a criminal, like a murderer or a thief.
The police ended up taking the man off the plane. A judge sentenced him to 10 months in a French prison, after which he'll be deported again. Next stop, Libya, the Brega region in the east. It's one of the centers of Libya's oil industry. It's home to the country's second biggest refinery and a departure point for much of the oil that earns Libya its cash. But the people who live in Brega complain that they don't see much of the oil money. Our observer Moussa takes us on a tour.
The Brega region is a nerve center of the Libyan economy. It's where we refine and export oil, so our region should be rich. But that's not the way it is. The people who live here are some of the poorest in Libya. Look at their houses. Lots of them were destroyed during the revolution. They haven't been rebuilt. Our biggest problem is unemployment. Most of the refinery jobs go to people from the big cities like Tripoli, not to our own young people who need the work. The people who come in from outside have lots of privileges too. They get free housing or training sessions abroad. The National Oil Company used to have its headquarters here in the east. Gaddafi was the one who moved it to Tripoli. After the revolution, we wanted it transferred back here, but the new authorities refused. They're reinforcing centralization, and it's bad for our region.
Time now for our weekly roundup of stories and images sent in by our observers. We begin with a video that was shot on the first day of the latest conflict in the Gaza Strip. A group of young Gazans was training in the French sport of parkour, urban acrobatics. Suddenly, an explosion. But they carry on regardless. It's a surreal scene that's now been watched around the world on YouTube, a reminder that when wars happen, for many people, life goes on. Next stop, Casablanca in Morocco, and it's doctors who are fed up and on strike. They're fed up with their low pay and long hours. Our observer Karima is an intern. She tells us most public sector physicians earn just €350 a month and work more than 90 hours a week. Not enough to keep up with the cost of living, Karima says. And for many doctors, not enough for them to afford health insurance for their own families. Last stop, Russia and its dangerous roads. A record 28,000 Russians were killed on the roads last year, making driving there many times more dangerous than in the UK or France. There are multiple causes: drunk driving, badly maintained roads, heavy traffic, and drivers who ignore the rules. Our observers have a solution. Take the train. That's it for this week. As always, you can find more reports from our observers on our website, on our Facebook and Twitter pages, and on our iPhone app. See you next time, here or online.